StaR's Cartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. I'm trying to grab my, okay, I got it. Trying to grab the Bible. So the message I have for today, for this live stream, comes in the form of a movie. So I haven't watched this movie in a while, but I can't stun. It used to be a favorite of mine because it takes place in Louisiana, in the boot. But anywho, and it's kind of like, it's about the family, and I just love it. But anywho, East Bayou. But the part of the movie that God specifies is a part where the little girl Eve, um, I think her name is Journey Smollett. She plays her. But anywho, she is her and her brother, I think, they are warning, and her sister, they're trying to warn their dad that her grandmother, her mother, and her aunt are angry with him for whatever reason. Okay. Now, the dad in this movie was, you know what I'm saying, a 304, for those of y'all that know what I'm talking about. Dad was off the chain. But anywho, he was supposed to be a doctor, and he was giving his patients extras on the side. But anywho, so they're warning him, they mad at you, they mad, and then he laughs and say they always mad. Like, this is the part of the movie that God specified. God reminded me of that movie right as I was getting ready to walk over here. So let's see what scripture going finna send us to and see what's going on. The scripture comes from First Maccabees 10:77. And Apollonius heard, and he gathered an army of 3,000 horses and a great army, and went to Azotus, as though he were on a journey, and immediately therein. The second scripture comes from First Maccabees as well, 11:1. And the king of Egypt gathered together great forces, as the sand which is by the seashore, and many ships, and sought to make himself master of Alexander's kingdom by the sea, and to add it to his own kingdom. So here's the message for somebody. So hold on, let me highlight this real quick. It is I guess it is kind of funny, just like, this portion of this movie, when the dad say that, he say they always mad. They look at him like they was mugging him, you know what I'm saying? And they looking at him crazy. And the kids was really trying to warn him, and he fell out laughing like, oh, y'all trying to warn me about them? Anywho, God said for somebody, there's someone that it's like, I just feel like, this person is always mad at you about something. They always mad about something. They always upset about something. It could be a significant other, but it could also be a family member, because like I said, in this movie, it was, I believe she was his mother, as well as his sister and his wife. So, the mom and the sister was on the wife's side, while the sister understood him a little different than his mom and his wife did. She still didn't give him passes. In reality, he's married, he got 3 kids, and he still feel the need to step out whenever he please. And it does it with no regret. He was off the chain. That at one part of the movie, they was having a little party, and they had, people from the city or whatever at the little party, the little town or whatever at the party. He grabbing somebody else's wife and taking her to the shed, the greenhouse, whatever it was in the back. And it's just wild, just wild, just wild, just wild. And his daughter ends up seeing this here. Just wild. But anywho, I just feel like, for whoever this is for, I don't know what you got going on, because the father is the person that had people mad at you. But there's somebody I don't know who this for, Baby, I don't know what you got going on. But God said you just gonna have to deal with it. This somebody, it's like you don't want this person to be mad at you, or maybe you don't want to, like, maybe you can't take it. I know that some men, they don't like the woman that they love. They don't want to see no woman that they love cry. They don't want to see their mama cry. They don't want to see grandma cry. They don't want to see their sister cry. They don't want to see their wife cry. They don't want to see their daughters cry. So it's frustrating when you see the tears. Now you have to understand, if you're doing things that are hurtful to them, they gonna be hurt. And that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to change? No, you don't want to change? Well, then you just going to have to deal with them being hurt. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, regardless of what it is, I feel like this is not somebody that want to lose this person, because, you know, because it says, sought to make himself master of Alexander's kingdom by deceit, and to add it to his own kingdom. So this is somebody that wants to add somebody to their kingdom. So this is somebody, you specifically want this person to be a part of you. You want them to be connected to you, but you are being deceitful because you got other things going on behind their back, and you feel like you don't want to, like, it's like you don't want to hurt them. God said they gonna end up being hurt regardless. Like, I just feel like it's a situation, like, it's just, if you're not gonna stop, that's just what it is. And if they willing to accept it, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And sheesh, that's the message, though. That's the message. God said, like, this is somebody that is coming in, and whoever this is got a lot of standing behind them. Because this person came in with 3,000 horses and a great army, and went to, you know what I'm saying, to go on and do what he wanted to do. This somebody, like, it's a situation where they can't even be questioned. Whoever this man is in the situation cannot be questioned about what they do, no way. Like, whoever, they don't want to, and that's the only thing that I guess gets to them, is they don't want to see any tears. They don't want to see any, they don't want this person to be mad at them. They don't want this person to be hurt. And God is saying that what they doing is hurtful. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't know. I don't even know how to say this. I don't even understand, but I guess it's just like, it's inevitable that this person would be hurt, because especially if this is somebody that you refuse to stop, can't nobody question you about what you're doing, can't nobody make you stop. If, you know what I'm saying, if whoever was to even say anything, who can they say anything to, and who can they question if you got a big old army around you? It's kind of like, the only thing they can do is cry. The only thing they can do is be sad. The only thing they can do is be emotional. I also have that song by Etta James in my head. So this is somebody that they don't even care. Like, if you the kind of person, like, you know what I'm saying, not even just this man, I'm being reminded of the man from the Inkwell that was married to I forgot her name. Lord, I feel bad. But she was Jodie's mom in Baby Boy. But anyways, he was married to her, and he was like this, like dude here. He got his clients, and he's sleeping with all his clients all around the little town that they live in. And when she found out, she was very heartbroken. To me, you know what I'm saying, watching the movie as an adult, I'm shocked that she's shocked. I don't see how she didn't know. He was publicly displaying his mistresses everywhere. He took them out to eat. He took them out to party. He took them to the beach. He taking them here, there, everywhere. How did she not know? But anywho, if you doing stuff like that, it's kind of like, how you, like, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between, at least in this movie in Eve's Bayou, he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't as obvious. You know, he would sneak up to somebody at a bar, sneak up to somebody at a party and go in the back somewhere. It wasn't a situation where he taking the mistress out on a family day, or he taking them out on a date and they hanging out. Like, nah, he actually will go to their houses for a doctor call, a doctor visit, and then they would want more than, you know what I'm saying, than what he was actually there to offer. And he wasn't the kind of guy to say, nah, I ain't gonna do that. He was the kind of guy to, you know, close the door and, you know what I'm saying. But anywho, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that ain't gonna get caught. He was able to carry on with his nonsense for a good little minute before it caught up with him. And it caught up with him because he got sloppy. He was messing around with his friend girl, with his friend wife, and they was at a bar. And that man pulled up to that bar and said, if you speak to my wife, if you just utter one more word to my wife, I'm going to take you up out of here. Baby, he thought he was playing, but he wasn't. And you know what I'm saying? For those that's going to ask, the movie is called Ease by You. It is a very old movie, but it is a good movie. But anywho, moving on. I just feel like, I just feel if you're doing things like that and it's very out in the open and you always with somebody, it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you can't help but to hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? And then part of it could simply be a situation where this person, like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even care about my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Of course it's gonna make them cry. Of course it's gonna hurt. Of course it's gonna make them emotional. I don't know. I just feel like God is saying somebody that's wondering how they can avoid hurting this person's feelings and how they can avoid hurting this person. I mean, you could just stop. But like, you know what I'm saying? If you just got to, do you just got to flaunt what you got going on? Does it have to be obvious? Does it have to be out in the open? Is it a situation where you just I don't know. And then if you know what I'm saying, if you're dealing with somebody that is gifted and God show them things and they got signs, and it, like the women in this movie and Eve's Bayou, their family, they know stuff. Eve knew something was up. Her aunt knew stuff was up. They had dreams. They had visions. So it wasn't a situation where somebody could really get one up on them. So if you dealing with somebody like that, like, you know what I'm saying, like me, you know what I'm saying, I know I don't be tripping. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't be tripping. God, my dreams do not lie. God do not lie to me. I know I be knowing things that I shouldn't know. I see stuff that I shouldn't see. I hear conversations I shouldn't hear. And that's just what it is. And you know what I'm saying? It'll be very difficult for somebody to, you know what I'm saying, run something on me. Or, you know what I'm saying, try to play like they got something else going on. But I play along with you. We can play a game. We can play a game. But you know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where I don't know. So I just feel like that adds to it. If it's somebody that's like that, they gonna be very emotional. Because for me, I get emotional when God is telling me that somebody that I genuinely care about, somebody that I really see as a real friend, don't like me, or they don't care for me, or they feel some kind of way, or this is that. It hurts my feelings, and I can't help but for my feelings to be hurt. But at the same time, I can't do nothing to change how they feel. I can't, you know what I'm saying? And so this is why I like hanging by myself. I don't really hang around no crowd. I don't have no clique. It's not a situation where I'm always with this person, that person, and the third. Because I don't like, the moment when God tells me, well, they plotting this behind you. And then it's like, well, dang, I thought I had a friend. My feelings is hurt now. You know what I'm saying? And then, some people try to act like you don't know what you're talking about. You making stuff up, dot, 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 dot. I didn't experience that before. I experienced that in my 20s. That chapter is closed. It's finished. It's over. I have already seen what happens when God warned me and warned me and warned me and warned me, and I don't listen, and then they do exactly what he told me they was going to do. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess it just depends what for whoever this is for. You try to figure out how you can hide your stuff and how you can make sure they happy and make sure they not stressed and make sure they not this. It may be just inevitable. To be honest, it's inevitable. What else can they do? They can't do nothing but cry. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that they can't question what this person is doing. They can't convince nobody not to stop what they doing. It's not a situation where they can just up and disappear or something like I just feel like this is somebody that got like an arm. This is somebody that got like a lot of influence. They have a lot of power. So it's kind of like this person, that's the only thing that they can do, that you can't stop. You cannot control that. You cannot control if they cry. You can't control if they heartbroken. You can't control if they hurt. And you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, yeah, and that's the message. Sorry to whoever this is for. You know what I'm saying? You try to figure out how you gonna hide it. You can't. Like if you dated somebody that they get dreams and visions and stuff, you can't hide nothing from them. And even if they, you know what I'm saying? It was a time when back in the day, I didn't want to receive my dreams. I didn't want to receive visions. I didn't want God to talk to me. And I would try to drink so much that, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't even function, and, smoke so much from the moment my feet hit the floor, before they hit the floor, to the time that I laid down. I was lit. And guess what? The dream still came. God still spoke to me, and it was nothing that I can do. It's nothing that I can do to make my gift stop. God decided that was going to happen way before I was even thought of. So when you are dealing with somebody that is gifted, and they, like, it was way before they was, like, it's kind of like they can't cut it off. It's not like a light switch. They can't just cut it off and now they don't know. Even if they act like they don't know, they know. You know what I'm saying? And even some people that don't even have all these gifts, they still have intuition. They still can tell that something is up. When you are married to somebody, when you are in a relationship with somebody, and you get close like that, you can tell when something is up. You can tell when somebody else is in the energy. You can tell when somebody else has been in, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like, it's called a marriage is called a blood covenant for a reason. Once you are, like, intimate with somebody, you are connected to them. So, if you add in extra people into it, they can feel it. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that the world is very spiritual, more spiritual than it is physical, but some people don't even stop to think about that. Everything, like, when you are literally connected to somebody else, like that, some people take the two become one. They don't think of it in a literal sense. When you lay down with somebody, you are literally connected to them. Two become one, for real, for real. It's like a puzzle. It fits together like a puzzle. And it's like, once y'all have become one, y'all are connected. And you can't really just break that, especially if it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where you can just cut the string and now you can go over here and then you can come back and tie the string back up. No. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I was not expecting to get that deep on this live, but that's the message. I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like whoever this is for is still left confused. But, in reality, ain't nothing that you can do. You got, like, you know what I'm saying? You can try to hide it as much as you want to. You can be as respectful as you want to. You know what I'm saying? If you truly care about the person, be respectful. You can try to hide it, but it's not going to be a situation where they not going to know. They going to know. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Especially if they gifted, they going to know. They know and they going to know. And that's just what it is. Anyways, that's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure I was not expecting this message to go all the way this way. But yeah, this is gonna be they gonna be mad. They gonna be mad. You're gonna have to have the kind of vibe that the father had. You know what I'm saying? He came in, he said they mad, they always mad. He laughed and he kept on going. Okay. Oh, anyways, that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.